I think conservatives who are big fans of Trump's America First agenda will probably have no love lost for Mike Waltz leaving his role as National Security Advisor.
I think that's probably right. And I think that Mike Waltz also, from his politics before his time in the administration, wasn't always a MAGA, never or a Trump guy, right? He came into this world a little bit later than others did. But I think the real question for Democrats and for those watching this with Signalgate is not so much how it affects Waltz and his prospects of becoming ambassador to the UN. I think it's much more about what this means for the investigation into Signalgate. Mick Mulvaney last night in The Hill made this point really well, that this opens up the door for Democrats and others to probe deeper into what happened, not just with adding Jeffrey Goldberg. That was a huge mistake, and I think obviously enraged Trump. But the question for me is, what does that mean for the others on that chain, for sharing that information? Pete Hegseth has shared it with other chains, including his family and folks outside of the government, a private lawyer. That kind of reckless abuse of national security information is going to get really a microscopic analysis by House Democrats. I think that could come back to bite, maybe not Waltz, but maybe Hegseth.
Right, and Hegseth, of course, has been in the news for quite some time because of these secondary abuses that you've talked about, for good reason, I think. And I know that Trump and Vance have said that they're standing by Pete Hegseth, but I know that Republicans are starting to get pretty wary of his ability to do the job properly, and I think it's obviously reasonable to say that if you share private details, potentially classified details about upcoming strikes on U.S. adversaries, that's a huge problem, and that should be bipartisan in my opinion.